Good morning, my digital pathology trailblazers. Welcome to the 25th, or let's say 25th and a half, DigiPath Digest, because yesterday I went live and it didn't go so well. I'll tell you about it in a second. I'm Dr. Alexandra Żuraw. I'm a toxicologic pathologist and a very big digital pathology enthusiast. And the goal of this series is to go through digital pathology literature. Welcome back. If anybody was here yesterday and is joining today again, so much love to you, because what happened yesterday was that I looked at the description of my live stream, and then I looked at the papers that I prepared, and unfortunately they didn't match. So yeah, I basically ended up giving a few updates and ended the live stream. I did have the same clothes almost. I don't know if I had the same earrings, and I don't even know if they match to my red jacket. But it doesn't really matter because I want to show them to you anyway, because I have them available in my online store. So if you're interested in looking at them, you can do that. At the end, I'm going to give a QR code. And when you're joining, let me know where you're tuning in from. And while people are joining, I'm going to give a few updates. So I already told you what happened yesterday. A little bit of a, I don't know, it wasn't really a disaster, but there were people waiting for me to do this live stream. And I don't think everybody's going to come today. But if you are here and you were here yesterday, let me know in the comments. I'm going to send a replay. But if you're here, stay with me. So back here. Let me take my notes. On Thursday, I came back from STP, the Society of Toxicological Pathology annual meeting, and it was a very nice meeting. It was great to meet the people I know, and it was, I think, my fourth meeting in a row. So now I start feeling like I meet friends, because I do. But a couple of things on the digital pathology front, and I see you're joining, so let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from, who you are, because I want to recognize you so much for coming here on Saturday morning. Like, who does that? People who kind of screw up on Friday, like me, have to come on Saturday, but also amazing digital pathology trailblazers from different places in the world. So let me know which is your place, where you're tuning in from, what time it is, and going back to the update from STP. Couple of discussions, couple of presentations, one of my presentations, interesting workshop discussion where I was invited to be part of, was about agentic AI. So agentic AI and AI agents. Agentic comes from this word agent, and AI agents are AI programs that coordinate other AI programs. And so there was you can still hear me, right? There was a workshop organized by the company called Histofy, and Histofy wants to help drug development, help bring drugs faster to patients by helping toxicological pathologists with agentic workflow orchestration. And that's what we were discussing. Basically, they wanted to know, how can we help with this? And there was a little bit of a gap, because not everybody knew what this agentic AI is. And even if they knew, obviously it was explained at the beginning, we didn't know yet, okay, where could it help us? How could it fit in our workflow? What our workflow actually is? I mean, we intuitively know as toxicologic pathologists what we're doing, and it's in the SOPs and everywhere else, but not really like so much out there for people who are not embedded in it to understand it, and to understand how an AI agent could help. So what I'm going to be doing this weekend, I'm going to be preparing a mini course about agentic AI. So if you're interested in learning what agentic AI is, where it already has place in pathology, because it already has place in human pathology, we are working on it, or there are people working on it to implement it in toxicologic pathology. If this is something of interest, let me know. Put agent or AI agent or course in the chat, maybe course, and I'm going to prepare this mini course over the weekend for you and let you know about it. And then, other than that, there is a new sponsor for Digital Pathology Place, Grandium. You guys know Grandium because they have these little cute, very beautiful scanners that you can put on your desk and it will scan your slides. So, what I'm working now on is just a basic histology series, and the Grandium scanner is going to help me with that because I got a demo unit for preparing a video that we are supposed to do together, a demo video. So, and I have the new version, the 4-slide version. So now it's little scanner on steroids. It still fits on your desk. And I see people are interested in the course. Fantastic. Thank you so much for letting me know. And so the Grandium scanner, right? You're going to see it. I have it in a huge box. It's in my other office. This is my YouTube studio. And in the huge box is the scanner. On Tuesday, I have a call set up to set up this thing properly. And I have a collection of slides that I want to slide. Let's see if I can stream that for you, because I would just want to sit, scan my slides, talk to you. So maybe we can do some Q&A. Me anything, join, just questions in the chat, and I'm going to be here answering and scanning your slides. And those histology videos are pretty popular, and you don't need to only learn histology, study histology, or work with tissue. You can also wear it. Let me give you the code for the earrings. It's in the store. I'm going to keep it up there for now. Let's see how it looks with our papers. Maybe it doesn't look great with the papers, then I'm not going to keep it. Let's see. No, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. It can stay there. So if you're interested, and there are other courses in this QR code as well. So feel free to scan and check. There's a more general AI course that is called AI Pathology Makeover. So and we have people from India joining. Thank you so much. Kudos to me. No, kudos to you for coming on Saturday. Me, I should have done it yesterday. But long intro. Stop, long intro. Let's go to the papers. Let's see if my pen works. Okay, everything works. Because instruction learning for pathology and language analysis. So cost effective is the keyword here. And how can we make something like that cost effective? Is my camera moving with me? Hey, camera, why are you not moving? It should move, but whatever. This is a group from China. Everybody from China? Yes, everybody from China. So, and the title of today's abstracts is Multimodal Magic. So there is going to be several papers that talk about multimodality, and this is one of them, because we already start with vision language models. So vision language. Let's see if I can write better. So not just vision, not just language, but vision plus language, and they foster interactive conversation between AI-enabled models and humans. ChatGPT has the vision creation already, but ChatGPT is mostly language model, but there are like vision add-ons as well. And the clinic in the clinic challenges, but we face these challenges, right? Because otherwise we're not going to apply anything. Let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from. And yeah, especially the challenges are related to large-scale training data as well as financial and computational resources. And here they propose a new model, a CLOVER, a cost-effective instruction learning framework for conversational pathology. So this CLOVER trains a lightweight module and uses instruction tuning while freezing the parameters of the large language model. Instead of using costly ChatGPT, they propose a well-designed prompt on GPT 3.5 for building generation-based instructions, and then they fine-tune it with like an add-on module. So everything before stays, and you train just an add-on module, and it's a lot less training. You don't have to unfreeze and retrain all the weights of the main model. You do it on a little module that is added on top of the main large constructed a high quality of template-based instructions, and they use two benchmark data sets to check the strength of hybrid form pathological visual question answer instructions, and they claim that this CLOVER outperforms baseline, that possesses 37 times more training parameters and exhibits few-shot capacity on external clinical data sets. So few-shot capacity is basically zero shot. You don't need to train a model. It answers all your questions from out of the box. Few-shot is you have to train it a little bit for a specific domain. So that's also an advancement compared to like a lot of shot learning, right? When you have to retrain a lot. So that's that. If you are just joining, because I see new people joining, let me know where you're tuning in from. Just put it in the comments. And also, I just said that there is going to be a mini course, affordable mini course on agentic AI that I will work on over the weekend. So if you want that, let me know in the chat. Put agent course, AI agent, and I'll get this delivered to you. Our next paper is disease-free patient-level multimodally supervised learning. So cool words here. Patient-level, weekly supervised, right? So we're not talking strong supervision with annotations, and we are also talking multimodal. So we used different types of data, maybe text, maybe whatever, right? We're gonna see in a second. And I have here guests joining from Egypt. Fantastic. What time is it in Egypt now? Are you like having lunch and listening to this? Okay. This one, I think, is here. No, sorry. Do I have it? No. Sorry, guys. I know that this I didn't want. This I didn't want. Is it this one? Yes, that's the one. Okay, so my apologies for that. What happened is that my I get this delivered to my, and when there's a lot of publications, the last publications get, and then going back to our patient level multimodal weekly supervised. Let's see what happened here. And we can see that this is a group from China as well. And they say that with rapid progress in AI and digital pathology, prognosis prediction for NSCLC, non-small cell lung cancer patients, has become a critical component of personalized medicine. So in this study, they developed a multimodal AI model that integrated whole slide images and dense clinical data to predict disease-free survival and overall survival with high accuracy for the NSCLC patients undergoing surgery, right? And they had 618 patients from the Beijing Chest Hospital, and the model achieved area under the curve of 0.8084, predicting progression. And this was for predicting progression, more or less the same, 1821 for predicting in the test set. So, right, in model sees 0.7 for predicting progression, for predicting death. And then they were categorizing patients into high risk, low risk groups, and the model identifies significant differences in survival outcomes. So it also uncovered digital biomarkers associated with poor prognosis. So that offers additional insights into NSCLC treatment. And they say that this model has the potential to revolutionize post-operative decision-making, and with a precise tool for predicting disease-free survival and overall survival. This may be one that I want to read in full. Okay, and it is 1:15 in Egypt. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining. And if somebody just joined, let me know where you're tuning in from. So this one I might want to read in full because I'm missing some information. Like, what is this digital biomarker? I don't know. Let's see. We're not going to look for it now because I didn't look for it ahead of time. But go ahead. They're available for free. I download them just from the journal website. I click on PDF, and okay, so let's this one. I think we already did. Come on. Sorry, guys. Too many tabs for me. I just need one and go from up to down. Otherwise, I'm overwhelmed with the amount of literature present on the screen. Okay, so let's do the prostate paper. I see people joining on YouTube. Is anybody joining on LinkedIn, or are the comments just not going through? Let me know. LinkedIn, raise your hand and let me know if you're joining on LinkedIn. And if I don't see the comments here, then if you are, I will see them on LinkedIn itself. Okay, so what happened here? We have, of course, AI-based digital histology classifier for prostate cancer risk. So this session we're talking about risk stratification a lot, and this was an independent blinded validation in patients treated with radical. And this group is from including, well, mostly in the US, Cleveland, Department University of Wisconsin. We have Tisch Cancer Institute, Mount Sinai, New York, Cleveland, Ohio, and Seattle. So this group is from the US. And the purpose of this was, or like the intro was, that AI tools that identify pathologic features from digitized whole slide images of prostate cancer and generate data to predict outcomes. And the objective of the study was to evaluate the clinical validity of an AI-enabled prognostic test. So again, we're having an AI-enabled prognostic test, and they call it Pathomic Prad, using clinical cohort from Cleveland Clinic. So this was a retrospective analysis. They took historical samples data, and they used prostate cancer whole slide images from patients who underwent radical prostatectomy. My problem is always like they put these abbreviations at the beginning, and by the end of the abstract, I don't remember the abbreviations. But I guess it's an English as speaker or first language English speaker. Anyway, so they did it. They the day from 2022, and these people did not receive and also had Decipher genomic testing available, so data modalities, and the whole slide images were de-identified, anonymized, and outcomes were blinded, and the patients were stratified into high risk and low. Ooh, don't move. Why are you moving? Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know what I just did. My thing is so thick. I made it thick, but I don't want it thick. Okay, I don't know what I did. Maybe this. I think I did this. Okay, we should be good. So high risk, low risk, and once they did that, they these categories were based on some predetermined thresholds for pathomic PRAD scores. It was 0.45 for biochemical recurrence and 0.5 for distant metastasis. So they assigned scores to that. And the results say that the study included 344 patients who underwent the radical prostatectomy with a median follow-up of 4.3 years. And both the Pathomic and Decipher scores were associated with rates of biochemical recurrence-free survival, BCRFC. So the Pathomic score was over 45 versus lower than 0.45, over 0.45. And the Decipher score was over 0.6 versus lower than 0.6. And they were 16 patients who had, and DM was distant metastasis, yes, here. And 15 were in the high-risk Pathomic group. Both Pathomic and Decipher scores were associated with rates of metastasis-free survival. And despite the low event rates for metastasis, the multivariable regression demonstrated that high Pathomic score was significantly associated with distant metastasis. So this whole slide image-based score was associated, high score was associated with metastasis. So the conclusion is that these findings independently validate Pathomic PRAD as a reliable predictor for clinical risk in the prostatectomy setting. And Pathomic PRAD, therefore, merits prospective evaluation. So I hope they will do it, and we can read about it in the next journal club or whenever they do it and publish it. So, and then we have another one. This one is endocrine pathology, and this group is from India. Let me get somewhere. If you're just joining, let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from and what time it is for you. For me, it's 6:24. And we have, I think, 2 more papers. This one and anything else? I think this one and this one. We have 2. So stay with me. Don't go yet. We're almost done. Let's talk about this one for thyroid neoplasms. And I want to show you something. Let's see. For thyroid neoplasms, because I know that thyroid neoplasms are there, but what I'm talking about is the tumor, World Tumor Atlas. Let's say World Tumor Atlas. Is that it? No, World Tumor. Shoot, I should know. World Tumor Cancer. I don't know. World Cancer. No. I will figure it out by the end. I'm gonna search for it. What I wanted to show you was there's a repository of host light images from different cancers with diagnosis, and it's tumor. Sorry, if you know, let me know in the comments. World Tumor Registry. Wrong. World Tumor Registry. Okay, apologies for this. World Tumor Registry. I want to show it to you. Probably screen share this one. Let's see. Yeah, World Tumor Registry is something that where you have this like tumor collections, and thyroid is one of them. Okay, let's accept our cookies, and you can search by diagnosis, and I did read the terms of use, and you can find different thyroid cancers here. So let this load. Oh, and I have people joining from Algeria. Amazing. And it's 11 a.m. there. Okay. So these thyroid, like if you have not heard about this website, WTR, World Tumor Registry, I'm going to put it in the chat. And you let me know if you can see the comments in the chat. I just put a very long link. Don't be afraid of it. It's me. It's me sharing it. World Tumor Registry, you can search by diagnosis, you can search by subtype. And like, did you notice that I only had to, so they are asking me for cookies. Can I deny? I can even deny cookies. And so I didn't have to register. I didn't have to put my email, anything. I just had to acknowledge that they use cookies, which, how shall I put it, everybody uses, right? And you can look at these thyroid cancer and basically like see case information here, where it geographically came from, like super diverse collection of tumors. And the thyroid gland is the first organ where they already have a lot of them. Come on. See, I haven't been here for quite some time, so yeah, anyway, that was a little bit of a digression. And why don't I see? Okay, and I have guests from Nigeria. Fantastic. Africa is overrepresented today. Thank you so much, Africa, for joining. So I bet there are some tumors from Africa as well in this repository. But now let's go back to our papers. We just have 2 more, my friends, and then we're free to have a fantastic weekend. But it's so funny, I see some more people joining, so whenever you join, let me know where you're tuning in from. And I see Africa and YouTube are overrepresented today. I don't know if LinkedIn is not going through, or maybe LinkedIn people are actually having a weekend and not doing this on the weekend. So here, the 3-stage AI-assisted approach for accurate differential diagnosis and classification of NIFTP and thyroid neoplasms. And we're going to see what this NIFTP is. This is so-called a non-invasive follicular thyroid neoplasm with papillary-like nuclear features, NIFTP, NIFTP. And so this was a recently introduced term, and this marked a pivotal shift in the classification of encapsulated follicular variant of papillary thyroid carcinoma. Oh my goodness. Wow. They have some... Uh-oh. My thing stopped sharing. Why did it stop sharing? What happened? Let me check. Stop. And window. Share. When I draw, it stops sharing? No, it's working now. Okay, let's hope it keeps working. And I see more and more people joining. Okay, guys, whoever is just joining, that's fine. Fantastic for you to be here. And let me know where you're tuning in from. Are you from Africa? Because we have a bunch of guests from Africa. Maybe you want to counter with some other country. But going back to our thyroid cancers that have very sophisticated acronyms, and they this reclassification from the malignant to low-risk neoplasm category significantly reduced over-treatment, but its histopathological diagnosis remains challenging. So they introduced a new term, the non-invasive follicular thyroid neoplasms with papillary-like nuclear features, and they need to figure out what to diagnose like that. Okay, more people from... No, we already had this person from Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining. So why is it challenging? Because there are overlapping features with other thyroid lesions, and also inter-observer variability is always an issue in pathology diagnosis. So let's see if AI can help us overcome these key limitations of histopathological evaluation. And the preliminary studies are promising, but the AI models capable of efficiently distinguishing TP from to be developed. So there is not yet a solution for this. AI-based three-stage hierarchical pipeline patterns and nuclear features. And prioritized models were trained using a lot from 130. So I operate in how many sections, and they did 134 sections from 125 thyroid. And why do we need to do patches? Because these images are huge, and to compute models, you always run them on little patches and little squares, and then one after another. And there are new approaches to that as well, where you can map the dependencies between patches. But let's go back to the paper. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting here till Sunday. So they had these nodules representing follicular nodular disease, follicular adenoma, dominant nodule if in follicular nodular disease, invasive IEF-VPTC, that was the encapsulated follicular variant of papillary and thyroid carcinoma, and classic and infiltrative follicular subtypes of PTC. And the external validation revealed good accuracy at the overall patient-wise and class-wise level. However, it showed limitations in the differential diagnosis of these two things. The new introduced term, the non-invasive follicular thyroid neoplasm, NIFTP, and IEF-VPTC. Apologies to all thyroid pathologists for me butchering your abbreviations. And so this was an expected challenge due to overlapping nuclear features and the absence of incorporating the assessment of the tumor capsule. So basically what they are saying, we need to improve, and we need to do a rigorous validation. So I am not surprised, because if there are overlapping histological features of something with something else that are difficult for human, it is going to be difficult for AI, unless we have some additional information that can give us, can give AI the competitive edge, or give AI basically more information to distinguish it, not just based on the histological features. So let's say there are some suspicious features, and then you take other modality of data, genomic data, whatever data, integrate it, and then you have a model that's more powerful than just visual assessment. But the visual is going to be challenging anyway. So not surprised, needs further improvement, but they did the work, so congratulations. This was a group from India, from Department of Pathology, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, and some other groups. Okay. The last one, I have it separately. I love this one because it is kind of like a guidance how to implement digital pathology. If you're just joining, let me know where you're tuning in from. And before we dive into this last paper, a couple of things that I said during the live stream. So there's going to be a course on agentic AI. This is like the new frontier of how AI can help pathologists, how AI can help in medicine. Um, so if you're interested in the agentic AI mini course, it's going to be small, affordable. I'm going to be developing it this weekend. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. Put AI agent course or AI agents, something like that. Like Ahmad said, and I know in the comments that this is something interesting for you. If you like these beautiful earrings of mine that don't match my jacket, in the left upper corner of the screen, there is a QR code for the store where you can get them. And now, this is our last paper, and I see people joining still. This is so cool. Hello, India. We are most of our people today are from Africa, so fantastic to see somebody from India. And this review, practical implementation of AI in a non-academic, non-commercial pathology laboratory, real-world experience and lessons learned. Non-academic, non-commercial. What kind of lab is it then? Like, it's either academic or commercial? I don't know. And if you're interested in the course, just put the word course or something that I know what you're interested in, because I'm together with my team, we're going to be going through the comments. And so put AI course, AI agent course, and there is an AI course in the store as well called a Pathology AI Makeover. That's also a relatively affordable course that you can have a look at. So yeah. What is a non-academic, non-commercial laboratory? Let me know what that is. Hobby laboratory? No. I should have checked it ahead of time. So this is a group from Belgium, from Antwerp and Ghent, Belgium. And the goal here excuse me. The goal here was to show what they did with their AI integration. So, as pathology departments transition toward digital workflow, the integration of AI is anticipated to become increasingly common. Is it so common? We don't know. But some people go for it, and this particular lab did. So, this study aimed to describe the real world implementation and impact of AI integration in routine pathological diagnosis, especially focusing on prostate biopsy. And this, oh, okay, so non commercial is a hospital. Like, duh, Alex, of course. Sorry for this gap in logic for a second. Okay, thank you so much for letting me that you're interested in the course. It's gonna be done over the weekend and delivered to you as soon as I have it ready. So methods and results, AI tool for analyzing prostate biopsies was integrated into the department's daily workflow by embedding it into existing laboratory LIMS, laboratory information and reporting system. And there was a short adaptation period. I think this is super crucial to have an adaptation period for whatever new technology is out there. It's so funny. Towards the end, more and more people are joining. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And I think, okay, I see comments from Facebook. I don't see anything from LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is not going through on my streaming software, but that's okay. I'm going to respond to everyone on LinkedIn directly, whom I don't see here. But if you're on any of the other platforms, let me know where you're tuning in from. And they had this adaptation period to let people adapt, which is fantastic. I think that should be part of any technology transition. And what they measured the improvements, and the one that was most notable was reduction in the number of IHC tests required, indicating more confident primary diagnosis. How cool is that? That you basically can reduce the number of follow-up tests because upfront you have higher confidence in your primary diagnosis, and it's like a direct cost reduction. Everybody is asking like, oh, how is this AI gonna give return on investment here, this is one of the ways it can yield return on investment. You don't need to do ancillary tests, or you have to do less of them, right? And they obviously are expensive. So there was also a decrease in turnaround times for biopsy evaluation, highlighting improved efficiency. And the conclusion is that the first year experience of integrating AI into daily pathological practice demonstrated tangible benefits in diagnostic efficiency and workflow optimization. However, they, of course, had challenges. Of course, we always have challenges. For example, one of them was adoption by the staff and system integration hurdles. These are the two main things that always happen with new technology. So change management, adoption, and integration, right? Because there are so many. Okay, I'm like covering my handwriting, which is not that beautiful anyway, so let me just take it away. Integration. So there are so many systems in the lab already, right? And there is like a workflow that's working, which is fantastic. Uh, and then you introduce a new tool. So obviously, system integration is going to be a challenge. And the lessons learned that they talk about here was that. That they talk about here will be a valuable guidance for anybody who wants to do AI in their lab. And they emphasize the importance of strategic planning, training, and system compatibility. So this was our last paper. Thank you so much for joining me. One last, well, first of all, shout out to everybody who came here on Saturday. You are amazing digital pathology trailblazers. I really, really, really appreciate you. Um, I was your host of this live stream, Dr. Alexandra Żuraw, a toxicologic pathologist and a strong digital pathology advocate and enthusiast. Couple of resources that I want to point you to, other than the course out. If you like reading, the digital pathology one-on-one book, especially if you're new starting, there is a QR code at the bottom of the screen. This is the one to scan for the book. And so this is the paper version that is available on Amazon, but there is a PDF version that is absolutely the version. Start with it. First thing I would, and if you like physical books, this is available on Amazon. Also, we are working, and by we I mean myself and my team, we are working on updating the AI chapter of this book. So if you have the current PDF version of this book, you will automatically get the updated version. So go ahead and scan the code and be on my email list so that I can deliver the updated version to your inbox. If these earrings are something of interest for you, or for somebody who you like, or you think that wearing pathology or wearing histology is as cool as doing pathology, these are available in the store, in the DPP store. This is the QR code in the upper left. We also have different versions. We have the, is it focusing? Multinucleated giant cell, and we have these guys. This is Alcyon blue on colony crypts that look like daisies. And this is something you can give as a gift, as a summer gift or a conference gift. I always wear them to conferences. So that being said, oh, somebody is interested. Fantastic. Thank you for scanning. That being said, I appreciate you so much for coming on Saturday. I will not make the mistakes of not double checking the topic of my live stream next Friday, because I feel so sorry that the people who were here on Friday didn't actually get the live stream. So that's on me. I'm going to do better next time. And I talk to you in the next episode.